and welcome to Skill Loan. This is our very first video on the Microsoft Excel software. Okay, so in this entire module, which is based on the Excel software, we are going to talk about the Microsoft Excel software in very detail. Okay, so we are going to understand about that. How do you use Excel? Then what are the different formulas within Excel? Then we are going to talk about the different features, functionality, and even we are going to talk about the advanced Excel as well. Okay, so under the advanced Excel, we are going to talk about the VBA, Visual Basic Programming in Excel. Then we are going to talk about macros as well. So all these things will be covered in depth in your entire lecture. So this is our very first video, so we are going to start with the basic part only. Okay, so this entire lecture I'll try to keep it of around 10 to 15 minutes, and in this particular lecture we are going to talk about our very first topic, that is called as Excel structure. Okay, so this is going to be our very first topic in this entire Excel series. Okay, so I think you might have heard about Excel, or you might have seen Excel. So let me just take you to the Excel workbook. Okay, and this is how the Excel workbook looks like. Now, whenever you open a particular workbook in Excel, okay, so here there are different things on the workbook. So here at the top, like where you currently see my screen, this particular portion, can you see? So this is always the name of the workbook. Okay, so this is called the name area, or basically whenever you want to give a name to your workbook. Let's say if you're working on a student data, or let's say you're working on marketing data, so accordingly you name your workbook, right? So here, whenever you open a fresh workbook and you haven't provided any name to the workbook, then it will always be called as book one. Okay, so this will be the name of the default workbook in Excel. Along with that, there are a lot of different things as well. So here, if you'll see, you have the search bar. Right now it is appearing the disabled state. There is a reason behind that, because I'm currently using a pen tab in order so that I can write on your screen and all. So that's why when I remove this pen tab and come back to the actual like the cursor thing in Excel, so it comes back. Okay, so this now becomes an active state. So whenever you are working in Microsoft Excel, so you need to take in consideration few things. Okay, and first of all, you need to understand that how exactly the Excel is structured. Okay, so as our title for today's video is Excel structure, so we are going to talk about that only. So in Excel, you have a search functionality as well here. So if you want to search anything, right, if you want to search any formula or any functionality in Excel, you can use the search bar. So here, if you'll see, there are different information. If you want to protect your sheet, or let's say if you're unable to find anything related to freezing the pane, so all those things, if you are hearing it for the first time, don't worry about it. Anyway, we are going to talk about each and everything, whether it's protecting the sheet, freezing the pane, freezing the rows, or if you want to remove duplicates, remove anything from the header, footer, everything we are going to talk about in this entire lecture. This is just an introductory video, so keep in your mind that we are currently starting with the basics. Okay, so here towards, again, I will open up my pen tab, and here at the very end here, if you'll just see this particular portion, this is the place where you get an option to either close your workbook. Okay, or if you want to minimize your work, like basically if you want to let's say make it smaller, so that you can do. If you want to minimize, like basically if you want to close your workbook, so in that particular case you can use this minus icon, right? So there are different icons at the top, and there are different use of it. Even you can put up comments on your workbook. You can share your workbook with people. Okay, so everything, like whether it's comment, whether it's share, we are going to talk about everything in detail. Right now I'm just giving you a basics, and here you have a icon of your photograph. Like basically if you have added the photograph on the email address that you are used to log in the Microsoft Excel, so your image will also be appearing here. Then towards your left here, okay, this particular portion, this, okay, so this particular portion is called the, like, not the entire, if you just exclude the off wala portion, right? So this particular portion in Excel is called as quick access toolbar. Okay, so let me just write it down for you. It is called as quick access toolbar, okay, or QAT. So we are going to talk about the quick access toolbar also in detail. Don't worry about that. I'm just right now giving you an idea that what exactly all these things are called. Okay. So this particular portion, the forward button, the backward button, and then the auto save button, these all are together combined called as quick access toolbar. Okay. I hope you have understood it. Now, moving forward in Excel, if you'll see, let me just bring back the normal mouse cursor so that it becomes a little easy for me to navigate from here and there, because it is little difficult when you're recording the lectures, na? So it becomes little difficult for me. Now, here if you'll see here at the top, you have other things as well. So here you have like basically the file tab, right? You have the file tab, you have the home tab, then you have the insert, page layout, formula, data, review. So all these things are called as tab. Okay, so these the different things which you see here, which is home, insert, page layout, then formula, data, review. So all these are called tabs. Okay, different tabs in Excel. Now when I click on let's say the file tab, so in that particular case when I click on file tab, so it shows me different information, right? So here it has like, if I want to open a new workbook, I can click on new. If I want to open something which is an existing workbook, I can click on open. If I want to just auto save or save my information or the work that I'm doing right now, that also I can do. Then I have an option called as save as. When you click on save as, then it basically takes you to the backend system of your computer where you will be able to save the information on a particular folder or anything. Then you have an option to save it as a Adobe PDF. Then you have print, share, a lot of different options are there. So depending upon our need going forward, we are going to discuss about each and every option. Right now, I'm just giving you an idea about the terminologies in Excel. Okay. Then here, if you'll just see, under the tab, okay, so let's say under the home tab, this particular tab, because right now the green line that you currently see here, right, this indicates that your tab is currently selected. So this green line is indicating that the tab is selected. Okay, let me just erase it. Let me use some other color because this orange color is not working for me. Let me use some other color which will be little easier and little viewable as well. So let me use this green color. So this particular portion, right? The green, whenever you see a green thin line on a particular tab, then it is called as that. It indicates that basically it's in selected state. Okay. Okay. So tab is in selected state. Okay. Sorry. I'm bad at spelling. So selected state. Okay. So this is what it indicates, that the tab is in selected state. Now under each tab, okay, be it like the home tab or the insert tab or the page layout tab, so there are different ribbons, okay, or like the line that you currently see, a very thin line. Okay, so this indicates that there are different like ribbons or sections basically. Okay, so here if you'll just see this particular thin line, right, so this thin line, this one, sorry, it becomes little difficult to draw when you're using a pen tab. So this line I'm talking about, this thin line is indicating that this particular section, okay, this entire section is called the clipboard section. Then this section is called as font section. This section is called as alignment section. Then you have the number section, style section. So there are different section on your Microsoft Excel, and this is what we call it as ribbon. Okay, the header name, this particular name is called as tab. Okay, and the entire section, different sections within that particular tab is called as ribbon. Okay, so let me just write a ribbon here. Okay, so this is what we call it as ribbon. Now along with that, there are other different things as well. So here, this particular thing, right, the place, this particular place, it is called as name box. Okay, so what do we mean by name box? So name box is basically a area in Excel that indicates the name of the cell. Okay, so these all are the things. So these all which I'm currently selecting. Okay, so this, now if you just see this particular area, this particular area, so this is called range. But if I go and select a particular cell, so this particular portion is called as cell. Okay, let me just draw it for you. So let me just, so this particular area is called one single cell. Okay, so this is called as cell, and this name box is basically indicating the name of the cell. Okay, that which particular cell you have currently selected. So let's say if I'm going to select this particular cell, then it will indicate, this name box will indicate, this particular name box will indicate the name of this particular cell. Now how the name is selected, so the name, like basically right now if you'll see, the name is D3, right? So the first let, sorry, not DB, it will be D3. So the first name is indicated by the first letter is indicated by name of column. Okay, and the second letter indicates name of row. Okay, so this is how the name of a particular cell is decided. So in our case, let's say if we want to give the name of this particular cell, so how do we give the name? So first letter, like basically the name of the cell is always added by two letters, right? So the first letter, it is going to be the name, a letter which is indicating the column. Okay, so in our case it will indicate K. K is the letter that is indicating the column, and the row, if you'll see, so fifth, it is in the fifth row, right? So it is in the fifth row. So K5, it is going to be our name, basically name of the cell. So K5 is going to be the name of the cell. The same way, if you want to name this particular cell, so what will be the name of this particular cell? Just pause it and see. It will be O4, right? Because O is the column name, and 4 is the row, right? Where this entire where this entire cell, or this particular cell is falling. So this is how you provide the name. Okay, and this is what this entire name box is indicating. Okay, so this is what we call it as name box. Now this particular bar, this, okay, with the one which I'm currently highlighting, this particular, it is called as formula bar. Okay, so this particular section, this, it is called as formula bar. And if you want to, if you don't remember the name of the particular thing, right, so you simply go there and hover a little bit. Okay, so it will start showing you the name, the formula bar. This is called as name box, right? Then this is called as function, insert function. So this is what we this is the place where you basically insert a particular let's say whenever you are inserting a formula, or when you are inserting information in a particular cell. So let's say if I'm inserting information in cell C4, let's say I'm writing that skill learn is a tech company, right? So when I'm entering here the information, when I'm writing here that skill learn is an edtech company, the moment I select that particular cell, okay, so here in the formula bar, let me just bring back the pen tab. So here under the formula bar, if you'll see, it also shows that skill learn is an edtech company. So whenever you are entering any information in any of the cell, then if you go and select that particular cell, then it will start displaying the information within that particular cell. Okay, so this is what the formula bar generally does. Okay, if you're using a formula, let's say equal to sum, okay, so if you're writing a formula, let's say equal to sum range A1 to A5, right? If you're using this particular formula, then this formula bar will start displaying the formula. So whatever information you have within a particular cell, it will always be added in the formula bar, or it will be displayed within the formula bar. Okay, so this is what we understand by formula bar. Now along with that, we have some other options as well in our Excel. So here right now, can you see we have sheet 1. Okay, so if you double click on it and just try to rename it, you will be able to rename. But in single workbook, if you want to add multiple sheets, so let's say there are a lot of different data. There are students data, there is marketing data, then there is let's take an example that you have purchase data, sales data. So if you want to maintain all the data in one single workbook, but at separate sheets. So you can simply click on this plus icon and it will automatically add up multiple sheets. And if you have a lot of different sheets, right? So let me just add little more sheet and I'll show you what I was about. So if you have a lot of sheets, right? So here you have the next and previous button. You can simply use to navigate between different sheets. So if you want to navigate it forward or navigate it backward, you can simply use this navigation icon or the next or forward or backward icon. So that will help you to navigate between different sheets. Along with that, here let me just bring back the pen, and here if you'll just see right now, what does it say? It says that it is in the ready state. Now what do we mean by ready? So whenever you are selecting a particular cell, okay, let's take an example that here when I've selected this particular cell, it is currently in ready state, but when you double click on it or when you try to enter any information, it changes from ready to enter state. Can you see it automatically changed from ready to enter state? Why? Because earlier it was in the ready state, no information was getting added in the cell, but the moment you decided that you want to add any information and you double clicked on the cell and you started entering, it changed from ready to enter. Okay, so this is how this is what this indication gives you, that right now your cell is basically in the enter state, and when you hit enter, then it changes into ready state. Okay, then you have the macros button here. So we are going to talk about macros at the after once we have learned basic intermediate Excel, then we are going to talk about VBA and macros. Now here at the right, this particular right here, you have three options, right? So this is basically the view of the sheet. So if you want to change, right now we are in the normal state, but if you want to just change it into a page layout, you can click on it. If you want to change it into a page break view, then you can click on it. But right now, generally, like you would not be using these two icons a lot, or these two options a lot in Excel. Then you have the like if you want to zoom in or zoom out in Excel, so that also you can do it from here. So the maximum that you can go when you're zooming in is 400%. Okay, and lowest I don't remember exactly, but let me just check and tell you that what is the lowest that we can go. 10%. Okay, so this is how you zoom in or zoom out in Excel. Okay, so these all are the things that I wanted to discuss with you in this entire first introductory video, and I hope you have understood the basics of Excel, the Excel structure. Okay, now in the next video, the next topic or the next like I would say, like this is the first video lecture. Okay, this is the sorry, I forgot the spelling of video. Okay, so in the first video we talked about Excel structure. Okay, so this is the topic that we covered today. In the next video we are going to talk about navigation in Excel. Okay, so that is going to be our navigation in Excel. So that is going to be our next topic in the next video. Right now we are studying lesson 1. Okay, lesson 1, which is called as introduction to Microsoft Excel. Okay, so this is our very first lesson, and under lesson 1 there is going to be around 7 to 8 topics, and each video I'll try to make it of 10 to 15 minutes, so that you guys don't invest a lot of your time in watching the videos. Like basically you watch a small portion, practice it, and then you go to the next topic. Okay, so the next topic, it is going to be navigation in Excel. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to book a one-to-one doubt clearing session with me or any of the Skill Learn mentor, please use your dedicated Calendly link. Or in case if you don't want to do it, or you don't have an option available, or due to any reason you are unable to do it, just call your mentor directly. Okay, so call your mentor directly and they will guide you about it. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video.